This is Coach Havard's U.S. History, 8th grade, Chapter 10 test. Make sure you click the Mark as Done button when you're completely done. Stop and start or pause as you need to in between questions to give yourself time to answer the question. Your first ones are going to be matching. They're 3 points each. Do not write on your test. Your word bank is A, Cabinet, B, Democratic Republicans, C, First Amendment, D, Speculators, E, Republic. AB is J, Treaty, AC is Strict Construction, Pinckney's Treaty, Precedents, Loose Construction, Thomas Jefferson, Federalist, Popular Sovereignty, and Hamilton. Number 1, belief that you should do only as the Constitution specifically says. Number 2, people who risk money in hopes of making large profits. Making large profits. I don't know. That may be a typo. Number 3, belief that if not specifically mentioned in the Constitution, it might still be proper and okay to do. Number 4, group of department heads meeting more or less regularly to advise and to discuss current issues with the President. And 5, party led by Hamilton that wanted a strong federal government. Number 6, party led by Jefferson and Madison. Number 7, the right of the people to rule or make decisions. Number 8, traditions that often serve as a guide for later actions. Number 9, treaty between the United States and England. Number 10, treaty between the United States and Spain. Number 11, government in which the people rule through elected representatives. Number 12, first Secretary of State of the United States. Number 13, first Secretary of Treasury. Your next section is multiple choice. Identify the letter of the choice that best complements the statements or answers the question by darkening in that letter or circling it or darkening the letter in your Scantron. The Indian tribes who have a right to those lands are quietly to enjoy them, hunting, planting, and dwelling thereon. But when those tribes shall sell their lands, they are to be sold to the United States, and until such sale, the United States will protect all the said Indian tribes against all citizens of the United States. Number 14, what does the United States promise Native Americans in the above treaty agreement excerpt? A, money will be set aside from the sale of their lands. B, U.S. citizens will share Native American hunting lands. C, they will be protected until their lands are sold. D, they have the right to make war against others. Number 15, how does the treaty agreement above control the sale of Native American lands? A, Native Americans must only sell their land to the U.S. B, Native Americans cannot sell their land to anyone. C, Native Americans can sell their land to the highest bidder. Or D, Native Americans must share the profits from their land sales. Number 16, Alexander Hamilton argued that only a national bank could provide the resources needed to meet the needs of A, industrial and economic development, B, employees of state governments, C, local businesses, D, foreign trade. Number 17, the government official who is responsible for managing relations with foreign countries is called the A, Attorney General, B, Secretary of War, C, Secretary of Foreign Affairs, D, Secretary of State. Number 18, according to the graph above, what significant economic challenge did the U.S. government face? A, federal and state debts outweighed revenues. B, additional revenues outweighed tariffs. C, government operating expenses were less than the total revenue. D, money owed was less than additional revenue. Number 19, The history of U.S. political parties can be traced to the conflicting ideas of Alexander Hamilton and Thomas Jefferson about A. Slavery, B. The power of the federal government, C. Traveling to other countries, D. Speaking at political rallies. Number 20, after hearing about the XYZ affair, Federalists in Congress A. called for war on France, B. demanded money from France, C. asked Adams to raise an army to fight Spain, D. disagreed with Democratic Republicans.
I need Deshaun Gravely, Jacob Robert, Allison Haberman, Grayson Collins, and Laker Nanigan to the office, please.
Or D. disagreed with Democratic Republicans who wanted to declare war on France. Number 22, which of the following is not true about the necessary and proper clause? A. Jefferson used, number 21. The Alien and Sedition Acts can be considered an attack on First Amendment's rights because A. They made it a crime to say or write scandalous statements critical of the government. B. They made it difficult for foreigners to become American citizens. C. They gave the president the power to jail foreigners. D. They outlawed conspiracies. Number 22, which of the following is not true about the necessary and proper clause? A. Jefferson used it to convince the president to sign a bank bill. B. It also is called the elastic clause. C. Hamilton got the president to sign a bank bill with it. D. It is often used to stretch the power of Congress. They're asking which one of those is not true. Number 23. In his farewell address, George Washington's main advice to the American people was A. To outlaw special interest groups, B. Unity at home and neutrality abroad, C. To develop permanent ties with other nations, D. To isolate the country from the rest of the world. Number 24, the Vice President of the U.S. was Thomas Jefferson. A was Thomas Jefferson. B. James Madison. C. John Adams. D. Alexander Hamilton. Number 25, General Wayne defeated American Indian forces in A. The Battle of Fallen Timbers. B. The Battle of Fort Miami. C. The Battle of Tecumseh. D. The Battle of Little Turtle. Number 26, a characteristic of the Federalist Party was A. They wanted a strong national government. B. They had many wealthy merchants as members. C. They were led by Alexander Hamilton. D. All of the above are characteristics of the Federalist. Number 27, the President was allowed to expel foreign citizens from the United States under the authority of the A. Sedition Act, B. Alien Act, C. 12th Amendment, or D. Neutrality Proclamation. Number 28, the national debt is the amount of money owed by A. Speculators who invest in the U.S. government bonds, B. The individual states to the Bank of the U.S., C. The United States to various creditors or lenders, D. Taxpayers to the U.S. Treasury Department. Number 29, which of the following had the most impact on the development of the American political system? A. Mayflower Compact, B. Magna Carta, C. Articles of Confederation, or D. Constitution. Number 30, which of the following would not be supported by the Federalist? A. A national bank to safeguard government deposits, B. Tariffs put on imports from other countries, C. A state's right to create and manage its own banks, or D. George Washington's crushing of the Whiskey Rebellion. Number 31. Which of the following statements is a statement of fact and not an opinion? A. The colonies were wrong to declare their independence from England. B. The laws passed by Parliament only allowed us to trade with Britain. C. We should now expand our trade with France. D. We should immediately start a navy. Okay, use the map above to answer the following questions about the presidential election of 1796. Number 32, how many electoral votes did Jefferson get from his home state of Virginia? Use that map. Is it A, 11, B, 20, C, 14, or D, 12? Also using that map, Number 33, from which state did John Adams get the greatest number of electoral votes? A, Massachusetts, B, Pennsylvania, C, Virginia, or D, Maryland? That is the end of your test. Make sure you click the Mark as Done button on the, if you're doing this on the Chromebook. Thank you.